What 9 bourbons and whiskeys do you need this fall? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Now today, I am going to go over the 9 bottles of bourbons and one other whiskey that I think we as bourbon connoisseurs need for this fall. We need warm bourbons, we need spicy bourbons, we need delicious bottles of bourbons to get us through these cold months until the frigid months of winter come upon us. And I'm going to let you know what those bottles are, but before I do, I need to thank you guys so much for the love and support that you are bringing to the channel. I can't thank you enough. We just hit 4,200 subscribers, and in 800 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a bottle of Blanton's single barrel bourbon. So if you want your hands on a bottle of that Grenade, that beautiful bottle of whiskey, make sure you drop that subscribe, because at 5,000 subscribers, I'm giving one away. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you drop a like. Let me know down in the comments below. Leave a comment on what bottles of bourbons and whiskeys you enjoyed in the fall time, because everybody has different palates. Everybody has different preferences. I think that we need spicy and proofy. You might think we need low rye and low proof. But hey, everybody's got different tastes. But I'm going to give you what my 9 bottles are right now. But before we get into bottle number 1, I want you to make a guess on what you think I'm drinking on the shelves from behind me. I'll let you know. It's not too proofy, but it's a little bit proofier. It's a little rye heavy, but it's not super rye heavy. And it's from Heaven Hill. I'll give you that little guess. I want you to give me what you think that bottle is. It might be on this list, it might not. But without further ado, let's get into bottle number 1. Bottle number 1 goes to Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Now we're starting off with our least proofy, our least spicy bottle here. And this is coming in at 90.4 proof, I think it is. Yeah, 90.4 proof Woodford Double Oak's coming in at. And you guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of this specific bottle of Woodford Reserve Double Oak. I've had single barrel store picks of Woodford Reserve Double Oak that I personally really enjoyed. I've had other bottles of just regular Woodford Double Oak that I've really enjoyed. But this one here, not particularly my absolute favorite, but I am going to put it on this list because I feel like that toasted sweetness that comes through on the double oaks for the toastedness is a really good projection and taste profile for that fall time, right? We're sitting by campfires, we're fishing in the dark, it's cool out, we're roasting marshmallows, we're trying to get warm at the campfire and stuff like that. And I think that with that campfire profile that we're really looking for, the Woodford Double Oak is one that really packs that punch, but in a lower proof. So if you're a guy that doesn't like proofy bourbons, this one right here is definitely one that you need to have on your shelf for this fall. Let's get to bottle number 2. Bottle number 2 is going to go to Maker's Mark Private Selects, or single barrels for that matter. Now, I feel like I need to have a weeder on here. I feel like a lot of guys are going to go for rye heavy bottles of bourbons, but I feel like with the Maker's Private Selects, this one specifically is the Grand Chateau Hotel in New Jersey by Orchard Park by David Burke. If you know anything about that place, that's where I work. We did a single barrel, and this right here is an absolute spice bomb, but it's a wheated bourbon. There's no rye in this bottle, and I feel like with the Makers, with their wheated bottles, they still have that maple syrupy sweetness, that fall-esque vibe that those bottles have, and I think it's a very well-rounded fall sipper. It comes in at that like 108 to 111 proof. Still proofy, not too proofy, but it's something that a lot of people can get behind and enjoy. You can have it on a cube of ice, you can have it with a couple of little tiny ice cubes, or you can drink it neat and still very much enjoy this bottle of bourbon in the fall time. Bottle number 3. Now, I said maple syrup regarding the Maker's Private Select, But let me tell you about maple syrup and the Widow Jane Decadence. Widow Jane Decadence, finished in maple syrup barrels. It's gonna come in at that 90 proof, right? Another low 91 proof bottle of bourbon that you low proof junkies will absolutely love. This will be hitting the shelves here soon. I can promise you that. You can get it in the fall, and it's a fall beautiful bottle of bourbon. You can have a triple stack of pancakes, drizzle some of this over there, and you're gonna be thinking you're having some maple syrup and pancakes. Or screw the pancakes, just pour this in a glass and drink it. You're gonna think that you're eating pancakes and maple syrup, because this bottle is absolutely wonderful. You're gonna love it, and I promise you that. 91 proof maple syrup barrel bottle, finished bottle of bourbon, absolutely freaking wonderful. Bottle number 4. Bottle number 4 goes to 2XO Dixon Dedman. This is specifically the Inkeeper's Blend. Now, the Phoenix Blend was a little bit sweeter, I feel like it had less rye in the mash. Now, in this blend, the Inkeeper's Blend, this one is very rye spice forward. I think that it matches super, super well for a fall-esque 104 proof bottle that, my golly, it is absolutely wonderful. It's going to give you that little bit of a hug going down. It might give you a little acid reflux here and there, but nonetheless, this bottle, delicious, delicious, delicious. Like I said, I think I had this bottle in my previous video, and I think that a lot of people aren't going to pick this bottle up because of the price and because of the fact that we don't have a specific age statement and mash bill going into this bottle. We don't know what is going into the bottle specifically, but I had a couple of comments regarding the 2XO, and people actually enjoy the speculation and the wonder that goes into a beautiful piece of art that this 2XO is. And I can agree with that, I can disagree with that. Are we right? Are we wrong? We really don't know, but all I know is that this 2XO by Dixon Dedman, the Inkeeper's Blend, absolutely delicious. The newest release, I'm going to be getting my hands on, don't you worry. I will be doing a review of that here in the near future so that you guys don't have to worry about that. But regardless on that one, these Inkeeper Blends are still on shelves here in Jersey, so I'm imagining they're still on shelves in your area, so make sure you pick these up. Bottle number 5. Bottle number 5 is another toasted bourbon. Now this is the Penelope Toasted, right? You've got the bottom proof, you've got 90 proof toasted bourbon right here with the Woodford Double Oak. But if you want a really nice, marshmallowy, smoky, sweet, a little mesquite, a little molasses, a lot of sweetness and beautifulness, you're gonna go for the Penelope Toasted. Coming in at that barrel proof, coming in range of like 112, 115 proof, all different kinds of chars, all different kinds of toast levels, all over the place. These are your go-to barrel strength toasted bottles of toasted bourbon, in my opinion. I could be wrong. You could like something completely different on that barrel strength toasted, but nonetheless, I've never had somebody say that they don't enjoy these. And for the price, for like 50 to 60 bucks, you can't go wrong with the Penelope barrel strength toasted bottle of bourbon for the fall time. Bottle number 6. Bottle number 6 goes to Blue Note Juke Joint Uncut Unfiltered. Now, there are specific barrels of this Blue Note that have a very, very distinctive star anise, clove, and cinnamon fall baking spice profile. So if you have the ability to go into a store that has a Blue Note pick and they give you the opportunity to have a little sample of it before you can buy a bottle, I suggest doing so. Because if you can find that star anise, the clove, the cinnamon profile that these bottles can pack into it, I suggest doing so and picking one of those bottles up. Some of them are more on the more citrusy side, a little bit more oaky, a little bit more on that brighter summery side, whereas some of them are just very, very, very fall-esque. This one here, a pick from Adelphia's here in Central Jersey. I believe they still have multiple cases of these, and I will tell you, this is a fall blend and a half in this single barrel from Adelphia's. If you're in the Central Jersey area, highly, highly recommend going over there and picking up your bottle. It's 45, 50 bucks. Can't go wrong with the Blue Note Juke Joint Uncut, Unfiltered, if they have that fall profile. Bottle number 7. Bottle number 7 is going to go to Barrell Bourbon Batch 35. Now, this is their newest release of their batched products. They are coming out with 2 new cask finished products, but those haven't really been released. They've been hitting shelves here and there. Hopefully I can get my hands on them. I'm not quite sure, and I will definitely be bringing you guys reviews on those bottles if I can get my hands on them. But regardless, we did a review on the Batch 35, and I'll tell you, it was an absolute gem of a bottle. Not my absolute favorite barrel batch, but it's one of my most favorite that is still regularly available on shelves. Very, very nice maple profile that came out of this bottle, and it's bottled at, golly, 117.5 proof, and it's at least 6 years old. That's the youngest juice going into this bottle. So nonetheless, it's a really, really good pickup for the $80 price range if you're willing to spend that money. Bottle number 8. Bottle number 8 is going to go to Elijah Craig, batch C923. I'm not quite sure if you're going to be able to find it. If you can, snag a bottle, snag 2, snag 3, snag 4. 133 proof, 13-year, 7-month-old bourbon. That's the youngest in this bottle right here. Now, the Elijah Craig mash bill has 12% rye in there. A lot of people are going to say that's a low rye. Some people might say that's like mid-tier rye. I'm going to say that's the perfect amount of rye. It's going to give you that nice cinnamon sweetness. It's not a cinnamon spice, it's a cinnamon sweetness. So if you're looking for that cinnamon-esque kind of a vibe, but you're looking for a little bit sweeter note in there, the Elijah Craig is going to fit your profile absolutely perfectly, and that is why I'm going to throw this C923 on the bar top, because it is a definite must-have fall pickup, fall sipper for the year of 2023. Now, let's get into bottle number 9. We've had 8 bourbons, but now we're going to have 1 rye, and that rye is what's in this glass right here. So if you guessed it, kudos to you, but let's put it on the bar top right now. That's going to go to Pikesville. Now, Pikesville is out of Heaven Hill, bottled at 110 proof. Gonna run you about 55, 60 bucks, but I'll tell you this right now, it is a delicious rye for you bourbon drinkers to get into ryes. It is the least amount of rye that you can have in a bottle for a rye, for it to be called a rye, I'll say. It's bottled with 51% rye, and the rest is corn and malted barley. And you're gonna get a very nice, spicy cinnamon, a little bit of clove, a little bit more of a darker brown sugar coming off of there, but it also has a really nice sweet oak that comes through. And I really enjoy it. Some ryes I really find that you get a little bit more orange, a little bit more zestiness out of there, but this one, it's packed full of that spice, and it goes very well with fall time. And that is why for the first couple of days in fall, I've been crushing this bottle. And it is a delicious pour. Let me know down in the comments on what you think about my fall time list. Let me know what you would change, what you would add if you minimize all of them and just completely change every single bottle. I enjoy reading all of your comments and seeing what bottles you would change on my list, or if you completely agree with me. I really like when people agree with me, but not everybody does. Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like. Drop that subscribe if you want a chance to win a bottle of Blanton's. But until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.